Investigating a video where you can see a boat pull out of the Boca Raton Inlet and then go into the ocean, and that's when you see the group dump buckets of trash into the water, and it was all caught on camera. All right, so this is the boat. An online video is making waves.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Wow. It shows a boat with about 10 people in Boca Raton. So this is one of the trash cans you can see. Speed through the inlet and dump 2 large bins of trash over the side of their boat.
What is it? All empty bottles?
Cans.
Trash.
Leaving a trail of trash floating in the water. What's your reaction to that?
That's crazy.
Because of licensing reasons, we aren't able to broadcast the video, but Florida Fish and Wildlife says they're investigating the illegal dumping of the trash.
The plastic will stay in the ocean, and that's how you kill the fish, and that's how you kill the whole environment
pretty outrageous.
underwater.
I asked FWC if the amount of trash that was dumped would reflect the fines.
Fines, they could be a bunch of rich people for whom money means nothing.
But they say it's under investigation.
There should be joining groups who actually clean the stuff, to know what kind of stuff they're doing.
An organization known as Boca Bash posted on their Instagram saying that the boaters came from their event.
Yeah, it's a party day.
It's an annual event where a large amount of boats get together and spend the day at Lake Boca Raton. I DM'd the Boca Bash Instagram page and they replied in part, "It is irresponsible boat owners like this that give the event a bad reputation. The Boca Bash regularly asks attendees to keep our waterways clean." Boca Bash took to their Instagram followers to track down the boaters, who they say were reported to authorities. What do you hope happens to this group?
They won't have the right to be in the water anymore.
We did reach out to the owner of the boat that's shown in the video, but they declined to comment. Reporting in Boca Raton, Joel Lopez, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Okay, so y'all just heard that right there. And if y'all caught my live stream that I did, it was maybe a couple weeks ago. I had actually briefly mentioned this. As a matter of fact, I was talking, it was the live about the Jump Out Boys out in Chicago. So go back and hear what I briefly had to say about it. It was very brief. It was kind of in passing. I had brought this up. And also shout out to Seiji Hito, because he was the first person I actually saw do a at-length video about this, and I said, okay, I'm gonna definitely talk about this too, because I think I had heard about it in passing as well, but he was the first person I saw that actually talked about it in a full commentary. So you see this picture right here, clear as day. You have these individuals who were at this thing called the Boca Raton or the Boca Boat Bash, where a bunch of people who have boats and yachts or whatever the case may be get together for a day and just have a good time. It's like a party on the river, if you want to call it that. And as you know, they're down there in Florida, so you know there's a lot of water surrounding those areas. But these guys decide to go out further into the water, and as you can see by this picture, they're dumping trash into the ocean. So if y'all have ever been to a beach before and y'all have ever seen like on a pier or walking on the beach and you see on the pier, there's like this area and you see a whole bunch of trash just kind of huddled into that area. It looks very disgusting. It's very nasty. This is where that comes from. What I find to be very interesting though is a lot of the people that are part of these environmental groups and these wildlife groups or these sea life groups or whatever look just like the people that are dumping this trash. Now you can look on this boat and already see the demographic right there. It is nothing but PC, or maybe south of the Borderian identifying as PC on that boat. But these are the same people that talk about, oh, we got to save the environment, we got to save the fish, we got to save the whales, we got to save everything in the sea, we got to do something about the water being polluted. And you wonder why the water isn't blue anymore in certain spots. It's because of people dumping the trash. Like, that's a lot of trash. It's not like I'm saying that they should be like throwing like a bottle or a can, or just one bottle or one can, but this person that you see right here literally is dumping a big bag of trash that is so noticeable. Like, it's probably cans, plastic water bottles, it could be glass in there because they may have been drinking, I don't know, it could be bags maybe from something they've eaten, or anything, but it's a lot. That's a lot of trash. That's not just one piece that they just kind of just casually toss into the water. Not that you should anyway, but they literally dumped everything they probably had on that boat that they could have just held onto the boat, and when they got back to the dock and just disposed of. But no, we're gonna go ahead and dump it. And the thing is, they probably felt, oh, we're all so far at sea, no one's gonna see us anyway. Little do they know, there was an event happening, so people were recording it, and someone that obviously what they saw was catching their eye, and they recorded and they caught them. Which also leads me to believe this was probably not the first time they've done this. Because usually when anytime someone or people do something so casually, this is never their first ride at the rodeo. This seemed like it was too routine for them. Oh, we're just gonna gather all of our trash, and instead of just waiting to take it back to the shore and dump it there, we're gonna dump it right in this water. And of course, when the reporter reached out to the owner of the boat, they weren't gonna have anything to comment because they got caught. That means they would have to end up revealing themselves. And I hope something does happen to them. I hope something does happen, but I won't hold my breath because, like one of the people that was interviewed in the audio that you heard, a lot of these people have money. They are rich. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a trust fund, baby. Like, look at that boat. Boats in general are not cheap. You're talking about thousands of dollars. And when I say thousands, I'm talking about in or near the six-figure range for just one boat. Then you got to think about all the money you have to take. You have to take care of the boat, keep it clean. Then I'm sure there's probably a monthly docking, parking spot, whatever it is. If you don't park it at your house, if you keep it at a dock, you have to pay monthly to keep it there. It's like a parking spot. Gas. All of that. The upkeep adds on top of the actual price that you use to pay, the price you have to pay for the boat. So I'm not surprised, like with that comment about them saying, oh, they got money, so nothing will probably happen to them. And you should have saw the disappointment on a person's face when they made that comment. My face would probably be the same way because it's like they're going to probably most likely get away with it, which means that's going to open them up for doing it again. But at least this time, if they were smart, well, they shouldn't do it, number one. But something tells me they'll do it again. The arrogance is going to be too real. But yeah, that's why you be seeing all that trash in the water when you go to the beach. It comes from people like that. But I'm somehow really not surprised that that's the case. And that it's that same group that wants to do the finger wagging thing to us about certain issues. Meanwhile, you have this going on right here.